Hi, we're coming to you from Caloundra in Australia on the Sunshine Coast and bringing you the final of the Caloundra Classic tournament. The finalists this year are Robert Fletcher playing his brother Greg Fletcher. The tournament is being played at Caloundra Mallet Sports Club and we are a 6-lawn complex. The tournament is played over 4 days and we've had 16 players enter this year. The winter here in Caloundra is usually magnificent for playing croquet. We have temperatures in the 20s, low 20s, and very little rain. But this year it has been a very wet year and the tournament has been marred by a lot of rain on the second and third days. Today the weather is very good. The rain puddles that were on every lawn have soaked away. Unfortunately, it has been too wet to mow, so the lawns are a little slower than the players would like. But we hope that you can enjoy the tournament regardless. So Robert is, as I said, world number 1 and Greg is world number 19. Being a private tournament, we are able to do things that can't be done in internationals. So this year we will be experimenting again with drone footage. But as you will see, it's a double banked game and unfortunately we ran out of battery before we were able to complete the video. We have edited the footage to take out the delays. We recorded the balance of the game with a tripod mounted video camera. If you've got any feedback on the drone footage, please share it in the comments below. It might be helpful for us to decide whether we'll do it next year. Both players agreed to the recording via drone and didn't notice it while they were playing. It's quite quiet compared with the background noise. The modern drones are very good. Whilst the drone was settling, 2 shots had been played in. Robert is about to play his second ball and you can see where red and blue are already. Robert's playing yellow. Robert was waiting for Troy to clear himself from the space. It's a double bank game and there's no doubt about that. It's a roquet. Robert setting up to play his croquet shot over to 2, sending the blue ball to 2 and getting behind the red ball so he can begin his break. The score ribbon across the bottom shows the hoop number that the player is going for next on the ball colours and the actual game score in the centre. So looking at the score bar, on the left hand side you'll see blue on 1, black on 1, and on the right hand side red on 1 and yellow on 1. Robert's now playing yellow. And when he runs hoop 1, if he runs it, the score will be updated to 0-1 and the yellow will show that his next hoop is hoop 2. I hope this is useful. Robert's run hoop 1, the score's been updated and he's now on hoop 2. Robert will be sending his red ball up to hoop 3 whilst he is taking the yellow up behind blue so that he can progress to hoop 2. Troy McCallum's just marking his ball so that Robert can play through. Robert will be doing the same for Callum through the game, for Troy, sorry, through the game. On the sideline, we have Greg Wymark as the tournament referee, who will come on if needed. However, at this level of play, Greg won't be on the lawn a lot. Nicely down beside blue to set up for hoop 4. Caloundra is Robert's home club when he's in town, and he's practiced on these lawns a lot. The drone helps you see exactly how close the players are to the hoop when they're playing their shots, and I'd love to be able to be that close to all the hoops when I'm playing AC. So that's hoop 6 run. Now the scoring system is showing 1B for the yellow ball. If you're unfamiliar with association, we run the hoops as 1 to 6, and then we go to the back series. So the next hoop to be played is called 1 back. So we're going back around the hoops. So Robert's hitting his red up behind 1 back. He's making the break look very easy, and I think for Robert it is. So yellow is heading towards the blue, which is in front of 2 back. So he's going to do a take off of red, or a split shot basically, sending red over to 3 back for his next hoop, and the other one down to the blue. Very nice split. This is one of the first tournaments that's been played in Australia with the new Invictus balls. We've been lucky enough to get a full set for the tournament. Most of the players are really appreciating how well balanced the balls are and how they perform. Robert's coming around to 3 back. At this hoop, after this hoop, he will set a leave. If he doesn't set a leave, he gives Greg contact, which is not the sort of thing you want to do with a player of Greg's calibre. He will be making Greg's next shot as difficult as possible. So Robert has scored 9 hoops. His next hoop is 4 back, which he won't play in this turn. Players often set a leave from this point here, which means that when we see Greg come in, he will have the hoop that Robert's just run between him and the ball he wants to hit. So he'll have to go down the line a little bit further away and have a longer shot. So Robert's now working out where he wants the blue to be. So he's setting up so that if it's his turn next, he'll fire the red onto the blue and get the blue across to where he's going to put the yellow. We'll just see how good that is if he gets the opportunity to do that. So Robert will measure his ball in, and that's the end of this turn. And we'll see Greg coming out here on the left hand side of the picture. The yellow ball is the same as the one down here. It's wired from the position that Greg could play it from. So this is a critical shot for Greg. He only has one opportunity to hit this ball, and I would suspect that Robert will make the most of it. If Greg misses it, Greg's going up the line a little bit further to take that hoop between him and the ball out of play. Now he'll be aiming for the red, so that he's got a chance. If he hits the red, he'll be behind the blue, so he can use the red to promote the blue across. Or rather, come off the red to get behind the blue to hit the blue across. Oh, close. As I said, that may be his only opportunity in this game. Robert's quickly onto the lawn. He'll have everything worked out what he wants to do. Robert's playing with his own manufactured mallet, Invictus mallet, which has very good stop shot abilities. That means the back ball will travel very little distance when he hits the other ball. But for this shot, he'll be belting the red onto the blue, sending the blue over by the yellow. How close is he going to be? Oh, very good shot. shot gives Robert the opportunity to send the yellow back into play in an advantageous position while setting up for the hoop with red. A little bit short. These are do or die shots. Very nice. This is Bruce Fleming on the lawn playing the second colours. Bruce is from Wynnum in Brisbane. He's been playing for many years at world levels and state levels. Robert came over to that ball to set it up. So if you remember, we have a ball going to hoop 2 next, the red one. So then yellow is at hoop 3 to help him get that one, and now he's got black at hoop 4. So he's heading over to use the blue ball to get in front of the next hoop. Probably would have liked to be a little bit further than that. Players like to be on the rush line, which is the line between that extends between the target and that blue ball and where his red ball should have been, so that he could hit it straight rather than have this rather angled shot here. He's done that perfectly. It looks absolutely online. So we now see that the red ball's next hoop is 3, and the score is 11 to Robert and 0 to Greg. Robert's done a nice roquet on the blue to send it over to a very good position for what he's going to do next. Robert will mark Bruce's ball, pop it out the road. Now the yellow clip, the yellow ball is on its next hoop, it's right beside it, so Robert will be looking to set up the yellow ball from the left hand side so that once he runs the hoop with the red, he can peel it through. Now the drone stopped recording. So we've switched to the camera. Robert's done his peel. So now we look at the score and you'll see that he has now put his yellow ball on what's called penultimate. So in effect it's hoop 11 is penultimate. So he scored 2 hoops at that one hoops, 2 points. So he's now got 13. At the end of the game he'll have, one of the players will have 26 points if they complete the game. Being cameraman and drone operator got a little bit tricky there. Sorry about that. I have someone holding the camera in the meantime while I'm sorting it out. At this point I was hoping to send the drone back up again with a fresh battery, but the hot swap didn't work, so we were unable to capture any recordings from it. So the hoop has been run by the red. So red is now going to 6. And if you noticed earlier, he'd sent his yellow ball up to 6. So this is yellow's hoop now, and red's hoop. So yellow will be coming through from the fence line side, and red from this side. So he'll be wanting to pop the yellow just behind. So he's run the hoop, now he'll put the yellow somewhere that he can peel it, so it'll then need to be close and directly on line if he can do that. It looks quite good. So we call that the second peel because he's on his way to achieving a triple peel. So we want to try and push the yellow through. Yellow's stuck in the hoop, but all is not lost. He can come back and hit it again. So on that hoop we scored 2 points. So red is heading over to 1 back. And he's putting black forward to 2 back. So because he has all his balls set up properly, or in the right positions, he can carry on in this break. So he'd set the blue over there because he knew he was doing that. Probably didn't want to do that, but it won't stop anything. Nicely done. He wanted to send the blue back, and if he had played the blue and run the hoop with the red, he wouldn't have been able to do that. So now he's got the blue behind the hoop, and he'll be able to bring the red over behind the yellow and complete yellow's run of that hoop, if it goes well. So he's hit that nicely. So he now picks his red up and he takes it down to yellow, because that was a roquet shot. So Robert has peeled yellow through the second hoop, and hoop 12 also is called Rover. So that's the next hoop for yellow. And the next hoop for red is just by the black here. So he'll be sending black over to 4 back. Red's next hoop is 3 back. It's just run hoop 2 back. And he'll be putting red over, I would imagine, near the yellow. So he's got a ball, a reception ball at 4 back. He's put black over relatively close to fall back. He'd be peeling yellow in or through the hoop and getting over to blue. Now when you play these angled shots, there's what's called some pull involved, so that yellow ball will spin a little bit and will go off at a slightly non-straight, if that's a term, angle. So it's beautifully done with the red. It's in a nice position to make it easy. The score is now 20. 26 will complete the game, and if he runs to 26, he will have triple peeled if he does it in this turn. So this is 4 back. The yellow ball is now on the peg. So when it's pegged out, it comes off the lawn, and when the other ball is pegged out, the game is over. To allow for mistakes, most AC players, even at the very top level, try and keep 4 balls in play at all times. So there's always something else to hit if a ball gets jammed or think that was the only casual shot I've seen in the game so far. I think this is the part of the game where you need to concentrate the most, because mistakes here can be deadly. But it doesn't look like Robert's got a problem, so he's run all the hoops with both balls, he's just got to peg out. So he's going to put his red ball up to yellow. And hit them both onto the peg. Look at that, both balls hit the peg. Roberts won the game. 26 TP to 0. If you like this game, subscribe and you'll pick up the next game, which I'll have up in the next 2 days. Thank you.